Salve Sam, Hody SDAs, Yois. Today is Thursday. DSS, calor. The day is hot. And it is Thursday. Welcome to day 2 of online learning for Latin class. Today our task is to get acquainted with the different features that are available to us on Quizlet. So really quickly before we get into that, our quote of the day is to follow up on yesterday's. It's on your WAP. So yesterday's had to do with troubling times being helpful for us. This one also uses the word "uat" in a slightly different way. It is fortes fortuna uat. Fortune helps the bold. This is famously said by the Roman playwright Terence. I kind of wanted to pick that because of the repetition of the word "uat" meaning to help. But here it's instead of troubling times helping you in the future, when you remember them, it's in contrast is that fortune helps you. I don't know if you've ever heard the phrase before that luck is just preparation meets opportunity. I feel like teachers throw that one around a little bit. I hear it all the time too. I think that's kind of true, but I think that sometimes there is a greater fortune lending a hand to those who are bold, who are daring. So, go out there, try the thing. You have all the time right now. It'll be good. So, fortuna for fortes fortuna uat. Fortune helps the bold. Today we're getting into stage 18 vocabulary. We're going to be specifically discussing the words in our afternoon session today. I did get it squared away with the heads that we officially have 2 p.m. as our office hour for every single day, so you don't have to worry about making a time. I've already gotten that figured out for us. So every day at 10 a.m. we'll have a video posted, and at 2 p.m. we will have this one-on-one time. Yeah, and even if we only use 5 minutes of it just to check in, right? But today we're going to be using it to discuss derivatives that you can find. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it a little bit. I'm just going to switch my screen over. So we're getting into Quizlet. So if you want, you could pull up in a side window or something, or just after this video or on your phone, your Quizlet app. Mirroring my screen, giving permissions. Okay, great. I am presenting my screen. So if you go ahead and you go to Quizlet, this is my homepage. I'm sure your homepage looks slightly different. And if you take a look at High School Latin 1, this is your class. This class join link is on your, here I put it right here for our announcement for today's class. I haven't added the video yet because I'm currently recording it. So once it's recorded, this will all be in the same post. So High School Latin 1, this is our class. One member, that member is me. 1 is the loneliest number. So join the class. But we see all these different things, a lot of review, right? Stage 13, it's been quite a bit. There's some things that are in the future, like stage 20, which we haven't quite gotten to yet. But it's a good opportunity for you to review past vocab. I'll probably have a few review assignments using some of these. But the one that we're going to be focusing on in our class is stage 18. And that is right here. So that'll be based on where your homework's going to be. So you're familiar with the flashcards, I'm sure, right? What that is, I'll click on it and show you. This is where it gives you the word in either English or in Latin, and you have to go for it and just type it out. So writing it is going to be very similar to like a quiz. So that's kind of, this one's set up backwards. Know if I have all the principal parts on here. The thing is, so this is picky about long marks. I wonder if there's a way I can edit it so it's not picky about long marks, but I would go through your answers personally and I would, check your work for you. Let's see if it's picky about long marks with this one. Yeah. So it also, when it comes to nouns, is going to ask you about the gender. Quite covered yet. but basically nouns have gender, and it's listed in the vocabulary entry. There you go. Going back, the spell is very similar to the right. It's just verbally given to you as opposed to visually. The test is pretty cool. It's an opportunity for you to kind of quiz yourself. We have matching over here, multiple choice questions, true or false, and you can check your work. Things that are kind of fun, we see this match activity. So here you see you're given the word and you have to find the thing that it matches. And so I'm going to challenge you to beat my time of 15.1 seconds. Let's see if I think you can do it. Gravity is really good too. I like gravity, I get really into it, but it's very picky about not necessarily long marks, but you have to have all of the things spelt right. So if there's 2 definitions for a word, you have to provide both definitions. So let's see what we got. I like to start with easy. The asteroids move a little slower. I like answering with English. If you want to challenge yourself, you could answer with Latin. But that just keep in mind, it's going to ask you to provide the nominative singular, the genitive singular, and the gender. As well as for verbs, it might ask you to do the principal parts. So I'm going to go English on this one. Oh no, red asteroids. Okay, so let's see what we got here. So easy, 4, right? So going through, you have to save the planet. Press escape to skip. What does that mean? The accustomed, usually. I got it. Oh, that was close. So this one might have been a gist off in the definition. Let's see what it says, because it will show you the correct answer. I think you lose points if you get it wrong. So I wrote get to know, I wrote find out, but just not all together. That might happen. If anything, it'll help you know all the different versions of the word, okay? So I'm gonna go back. That's the basics of Quizlet. Now, I'm going to be assigning you tonight the learn. So it's going to help you reach mastery with these words. Now, how am I supposed to know that you have completed it? Let me show you. Since I can't show you the progress of our class because it's new and you haven't joined it yet, I'm going to show you the progress of this class. This is my current 7th graders. Let's see, I'll do maybe this one. So these are my students right now in 7th grade and what they've done on Quizlet. So I can see whatever set they did, and I can see if they did the learn, if they started it, but did they finish it? So the student started it, this student finished it, right? But it also shows me how long ago they did, so I can know, oh, it's been a while since we've done this, maybe it's time to do it again. And I can see all the different activities that they have accomplished to help them with vocabulary or whatever the task might be. So tonight for homework, you're going to do the learn, and I'm going to see that you've done it because I'm going to go under Quizlet, and I'm going to see that you have completed it with a little check mark on it. Yeah, so that's what that's going to look like. So yeah, join the class. It'll be fun. See, no progress. Once you've joined, there'll be progress. Let's see, anything on the WAP that I am missing? Oh, yes. So in our afternoon, we will be discussing, oops, too far. We will be discussing derivatives. So when you're doing your learn after this video, go ahead and start thinking about what derivatives exist for these words. Come up with about 10. You'd write down a piece of paper, type it, whatever document you want. Maybe we'll even start, I don't know. No, we'll just talk about it, okay? And just thinking about different ways to help us know these words better so that when we see them, we'll feel really confident, okay? Well, that's all for now. let me know in our one-on-one session if you have any questions. But anyways, voila!